one wasn't so bad. No!
Matt, what are you doing?
Doing Casino Royale like we planned. Oh! God!
No, we're not doing Casino Royale. We're doing The Royale. You know, the Star Trek episode? You know, they're trapped in the alien hotel with Mike Seaver's principal. No, Matt, you don't get out of it. You still have to watch The Royale.
Damn it.
Kids and nerds of every age, are you tired of the already strange? That's okay, cause so are we. Come on down to deck 13. This is a holodeck, this is a holodeck. Sherlock Holmes and the Alamo. Writers who are sick of Trek, write about the holodeck. Dixon, Hill, and Ron take out the ghosts of as I count. A mystical holodeck. I am the means to solve the mystery, letting folks wander through history.
I'm the one where the game goes wrong, suddenly running from a zombie throng.
This is a holodeck. Viewers asking what the heck? Holodeck, 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 holodeck. What the heck? Holodeck?
The Enterprise has come to a very hostile planet on a salvage mission. It's so hostile there's no way they can beam down, there's no way humans can live on this planet, but they need to find this junk that crashed here a long time ago. So Riker goes into Picard's ready room to discuss the mission, and they start talking about Fermat's last theorem.
For 800 years, people have been trying to solve it. In our arrogance, we feel we are so advanced. And yet, we cannot unravel a simple knot tied by a part-time French mathematician, working alone without a computer.
Okay, in fairness, at the time of the episode, it hadn't been solved yet. It has been since, but that's a mark in the column for, no, Star Trek does not accurately predict the future.
Also, this whole thing's an excuse so they can get away with not explaining their own story by saying it's just like Fermat's last theorem. It's a dumb excuse.
It's math. We don't have to explain it.
They find some debris, but it turns out it's from Earth.
You maniac!
And from NASA.
Damn you all to hell!
I really hope this one doesn't want to join with the creator.
Based on Star Trek history, that's roughly a 50-50 shot. Hey, Data, you want to cover that for us?
The odds favor standing pat.
Yes, we lucked out. It's not going to join with the creator this time.
No Earthship of that time could have traveled out this far.
And nothing in our own history makes this possible.
EY-100 class to be exact. The last such vessel was built centuries ago, back in the 1990s.
Apparently, it is a ground vehicle from mid-20th century Earth.
Voyager 6 disappeared to what they used to call a black hole.
We lost contact with the probe 130 years ago, but its last known coordinates...
Let me guess. We're in the neighborhood.
The odds favor standing pat.
And so, out of nowhere, they detect a building down there with safe for human conditions.
Now, let's go grab that giant hunk of Swiss cheese in the corner.
So they send Data, Worf, and Riker, which means no one's going to die this mission. And they beam down to what's actually an intriguing concept visually. It's a dark, inky void of nothingness with an anachronistic revolving door in the middle of it. So they go through it. And they find an old-style casino. Again, points for weirdness, but then their communications with the ship get cut off, and now they're on their own.
Welcome, gentlemen. Have a nice trip.
It's Mr. DeWitt from Growing Pains. He's probably done other things, but I know him from Growing Pains.
Ah, yes. The mixture of flop sweat and cheap clothing. I know it well.
Do you know us? We've been expecting you. A trio of foreign gentlemen.
Okay, I'm going to cheat a bit and spoil the ending a little. These guys turn out to be the three investors, but what if they sent an away team of 2 men? Or 5? Or is this like a game where they insert the name of the protagonist in the hole? Maybe it's more sophisticated than we thought.
And for your own good, you better quit thinking about Rita. Not afraid of Mickey D? Then you're a fool.
Mickey D?
Hey, Denny. Chris R., I've been looking for you.
Ah, you were waiting for a McDonald's joke, weren't you? No, that's been done too many times. I'll stick with safe, tried and true Tommy Wiseau, thank you very much.
This planet, what do you call it?
Earth.
What do you call it?
We call it Theta 8.
How charming.
And the, I guess, manager reacts in character as if all this is just dismissible. Because basically this is a holodeck story, even though it's not technically a holodeck.
Again, if you try to say something to the characters outside of their programmed responses, they'll just go with, but thou must.
Certainly better than, I'm secretly alive and as soon as you erase my program you kill me. Clearly these aren't people. But still, we do have to admit his dialogue tree is limited.
How charming.
Back on the Enterprise, Picard is worried because he can't contact his away team, but Troy can sense that he's just amused and not in any sense of danger.
Oh, so this episode Troy can sense stuff down on the planet.
You know, sometimes you can even sense music on the planet.
Data, can we get a D20 check on that one? Thank you, Data.
Data, meanwhile, befriends what kind of looks like a lost character from Pee-wee's Big Adventure or something.
You're new around here, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Sit down. I'm going to teach you how this game is played, boy.
Tell me that guy doesn't seem like he could have fit right in with that weird group of cartoon characters. Okay, well, I will give you this. At least this skill is an established trait Data already has, so well done on that at least.
How'd you... Shut my mouth.
I don't know, doesn't this kind of seem like the Twilight Zone kind of place where, you know, you'd always win and it would be a secret hell, something like that?
Oh, don't worry. The secret hell is coming.
Save it. We're getting out of here. Understood, sir.
And so they try to leave, but they can't. And as SF3 puts so well, they really look stupid in this moment.
Try that again.
Midvale Casino for the Gifted, everybody!
Meanwhile, Worf seems disappointed that he's not able to phase through solid matter. This is Season 2 Worf. This is character consistent.
One Riker, one bridge.
Yeah, it turns out even phasers can't cut through this place.
Commander Riker has become tense. Closed in, he's feeling trapped.
It's like when he met my mother.
Oh, I totally get that.
I can find no other exits. I believe we are trapped here.
If we're going to get out of here, we're going to have to do it on our own. I'm going to get some answers out of that desk clerk.
I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's it. What do you think I should do?
And the Enterprise is finally able to break through all the comm silence. And their tricorders are now working, and Data detects human DNA upstairs, and so they go to investigate. And they find a human.
It's one of the ZZ Top guys.
Yeah, Dusty. Thank you.
He has been dead for 283 years, sir. The lack of any advanced decomposition is due to the sterile environment.
How much more advanced can it be? Nothing?
Okay, so it's not advanced decomposition, but I mean, it's good, it's basic, it's solid.
Lack of decomposition also translates to looked into the Ark of the Covenant.
The only way this guy could be more decomposed is if he picked the wrong Grail.
Something from Temple of Doom.
He looks like you freeze-dried the Crypt Keeper.
You better start believing in shitty Star Trek episodes. You're in one.
American.
52 stars, sir.
Places it between 2033 and 2079 AD.
So, what states do you think they're going to add in the next 10 years?
Guam, Jamaica, and Japan.
That's 3 states. We only need 2?
But no one cared when West Virginia seceded.
That's true.
Rest in peace, Colonel.
Are you done eulogizing your new boyfriend already? Worf finds a book that's basically the hotel's plot, and the shocking twist is Worf in this season is capable of reading. And of course, it was in fact a NASA ship that was lost.
Colonel Stephen Ritchie was the commanding officer of the explorer ship Charybdis.
Why, in Zeus's name, would you ever name a ship Charybdis? That would be like if you named a modern ship the Titanic. Charybdis is a ship-eating monster. The whole point in its myth is that you don't want to go anywhere near it. That it's better to go near a slightly less dangerous monster. What is wrong with you at Utopia Planitia that you're naming ships this?
Why do so many ships in fiction name themselves Icarus, when it's famous for crashing? This is all a giant hamster cage built by advanced aliens based on a terrible book.
I'd compare this to Rings of Power, but The Royale is actually based on a book.
Oh, and a hint of things to come.
For it was such a badly written book, filled with endless cliché and shallow characters. I shall welcome death when it comes.
Okay, so get this. They're basically in a giant bubble of safe air surrounded by toxic poisons, as opposed to non-toxic poisons. And so Picard's plan is to pop it.
Our projected survival would be approximately 12 seconds.
Correct. The cryogenic process would be nearly instantaneous.
Should not you be in sickbay insulting me at this very moment? So the landing party prepares to try to escape, and Picard on the Enterprise reads through the novel for ideas in the story.
It was a dark and stormy night. It's not a promising beginning.
Make it better.
Wow, a perfect summation for TNG.
We've only just begun.
Damn. Mickey D thinks he can treat people any way he wants.
Oh, sure. You think you can just rip down your most productive locations and leave them lying fallow for months and pay no penalty for that? You think it's okay to turn your warm coffee house ambiance with nice terracotta and a little fireplace into these hideous industrial grade boxes spattered with mustard and...
Kim. Focus. We're talking about Star Trek. That's for the other blog.
You were told. It's not for you to make the call. It's for Rita.
She sent me to tell you.
Dear God, it's like all of Joey Tribbiani's Horcruxes combined.
Well, why don't we just go outside and talk about it?
It's all part of the novel. Don't interfere.
Sadly, Riker would also say that if these were actual people.
No woman's worth dying for. Killing for. Not dying for.
Excerpt from the Tao of... Wait, this is pretty much going to be any Kennedy, isn't it? Not a specific Kennedy. Abandoned joke. But they noticed that Ronald McDonald was able to leave when the script said so. And so they get an idea. Follow the script. Which is what Picard was already checking out, so this really isn't that new of an idea. You'd almost think this wasn't a well-written episode.
Bad love affair ends in a bloody shootout. The hotel gets bought out. And life goes on. Such as it is.
Stop reviewing the episode, you're in it!
That's how we're getting out. We're buying this place.
So Data decides to win some casino buy-in funds. He notices that the dice are weighted, and so instead of weighting them in their favor, he makes it a fair game. Data, you do realize that a fair game for a casino is still in the house's favor, right? And this is like survival, because if you stay here, at least Worf and Riker will die and you'll be bored. So maybe go ahead and cheat and weigh it in your favor. And he wins victory after this, so why aren't they saying that he just weighted the dice in his favor? I guess when Starfleeters run a death trap, they still play by the rules. Because they're idiots.
Are you questioning Federation policy?
We must preserve the integrity of Casino. Thank you. The Hotel Royale. Hotel. Because they're confused. Oh.
We're having a nice run of luck, Captain.
Don't get out of character, Commander. The foreign investors in the book are described as flamboyantly generous.
12.3 million. Perhaps I will bet 700,000.
No, bet it all.
But sir, the sale price of this edifice is 12.5 million.
We need some spreading around money, Data.
Wait, why are you risking the success of your escape attempt just to be a little more in character? Unless you think that failing to be in character will have the story somehow ding your points and not give you enough to win?
Which is not a demonstrated thing, since they've always adjusted to you guys acting out of character until now. Again, you'd almost think it was badly written.
Seven winner.
The man has the touch.
Perhaps even the power.
Just take 12.5 million, the purchase price of this hotel. Spread the rest around.
You're the foreign investors.
Yeah, they're the ones that you identified it earlier in the episode when they didn't know what they were supposed to be and you called them the investors.
We've been expecting you. A trio of foreign gentlemen.
Why are you acting like you just discovered this? Ah, you must be Bob Johnson. You're Bob Johnson!
Just enjoy the game. Don't let them change the dice on you.
Wait a minute. What is this book? What the hell? Why am I in this?
And then the universe imploded.
So they get out, go home, and no lessons were learned. In fact, the finale of the episode is basically all about how this meant nothing.
None of it makes any sense.
Like Fermat's theorem, it's a puzzle we may never solve.
Thank you for identifying this episode as filler.
Jonathan, not while you're on camera. Review it later.
And on that excuse for lazy writing, we're out. And that's the Royale. To be honest, it's not that bad of an episode as far as just a harmless episode you can sit through, but it doesn't add anything. The humor's not very funny, the mystery's not very intriguing, it's harmless fluff, but you expect better from Star Trek by this point.
At the very least, they give you something of an answer to the mystery. It's not just a mystery box left sealed and shoved in the corner for all time. But it's plodding. It's tedious. And it makes you feel like you're trapped in here with the characters just begging to get out.
Or at least die and rot away.
Yep.
Despite the lack of advanced decomposition. So as usual, decide for yourselves. But as for me, I'm calling this episode on the better side of POS TNG. And now it's time to go to Middle Earth.